Alright, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the second round here in this Modern Competitive League. We're currently 1-0 and we won the die roll, and yes, we would like to play first. Take a look at our opener here. We have turn 1 Ancestral, we have a Path to Exile, and we have some top end. So I say that's a keep. We don't have any counters, so if this is a combo deck, we'll be in pretty rough shape. But I think it's a very serviceable keep. So we'll keep. Let's see if our opponent keeps as well. They keep their hand. Alright, so it's a game. Off to the races. We'll go ahead and suspend on one and let our opponent do their thing here. I found that with blue-white control or almost any hard control deck, you don't get any free wins. Oh boy, Tron. Yeah, this matchup is going to be pretty rough. Oh, especially drawing a Path to Exile. And we don't have any counter magic, so we're going to really hope this is Eldrazi-Tron and not red-green Tron. Alright, 2 power plants means we have some time. Not a lot of time. Chalice on 1. Ouch. So, even so, I mean, that does look to me like Eldrazi-Tron, though. So that means it could be worse. And, wow. They could have put it on 0, honestly. Hopefully that's not what they do soon, because we're going to need these cards big time. Eldrazi Temple into Thought Nazi here would be really, really powerful. It would steal our Verdict. Yep. Oh boy, it's happening. Yep. Oh, it's happening. It sure is happening. Yep. Yep. Oh, Chalice. I mean, we can still, like, Cryptic bounce it, but the fact that we don't have a 4th land or the Cryptic means we're going to be really relying heavily on this Ancestral. So our opponent has a pretty good hand for what we're trying to do here. Maybe they'll forget they have a Chalice on 1, and they'll take one of the paths. Either way, it's looking like Verdict is probably a goner here. We do play 3 Verdict, though, and a Restore Balance. So it's not the end of the world here. Alright, they took Jace, actually. So if we draw a land here, I might just fire off the Verdict. And we do draw a land, and so I am just going to fire off the Verdict, because there have been a lot of situations where I've run into double Thought Knots here. Like, I try to hold it for some more value, but at the end of the day, I think we just need to... We're going to be drawing our Ancestral, so... of course, if we get Reality Smashed here, yeah, I'm going to feel stupid, but... like I said, double Thought Knots here is something that's really gotten me in the past. Chalice on 0? Yep. That's rough. Yep, Thought Knots here. Take a card that we can't cast anyways. So this is what I was playing around. The fact that they just play another Thought Knots here, hoping that we would hold the Verdict. So now if we draw a Cryptic command, we're gonna... Yeah. Please? Oh man, gosh darn. How do we lose the least amount of life? Yeah, even if we reveal some information here. So we have live draws. They're gonna be working towards Tron soon. Alright, that's another land. Endbringer? Or Matter Reshaper? Okay, Endbringer it is. So a Snapcaster Mage here would be fantastic. An Island would not be. Alright. Our opponent's going to get to go off with Endbringer a little bit here. And put us on a pretty fast clock. Yep. Oh wait, we turn off auto heals. Yep, because we can at least block with Colonnade here. If they attack with one of their Thought Knot Seers. Yep. Go ahead and attack. Alright, so they just attack with Endbringer. because they know that we can rev up the colonnade. Let's go ahead and try to thin our deck here, although that does put us dead, actually. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. D-Sphere. That's a very interesting draw. It will let us get both of the Thought-Knot Seers and let us draw 2 cards. Yes. Tech Edge, Teleria West. Oh boy. Any 0-mana spell we get won't let us do anything. So we could just play the Tech Edge, blow up the Temple. They can deal us 1 here, and then attack for 5. So we're not dead, but we're in a really bad spot. So I guess I want to cut them off of Eldrazi Temple right now. But yeah, two lands is not ideal. Getting chaliced out was pretty rough. So now basically we're relying on a Snapcaster Mage, because we're gonna either take 1 or they get an Expedition map. That'll put us to 8. Attack for 5. And then they untap, go to 2. So obviously we're dead if we don't draw an answer immediately. But at least I can feel pretty happy about the fact that the Supreme Verdict decision was correct. Alright, looks like they're just going to draw a card. Okay, which is, of course, that probably makes more sense than pinging us, because we're dead to 2 attacks anyways. Of course, Reality Smasher plus land just kills us, but yeah, that's not much we can do there. And Endbringer is going to get them some solid card advantage here. Oh boy. Sure, Verdict off the top. Verdict off the top. Okay, so let's think here. We could Ghost Court. I mean, we could see. We can Teleria West for a Ghost Quarter to save us 3 mana next turn, and then we can Verdict. All right, we'll transmute. Yep, because we don't have any more Tech Edges, right? Yeah. Right, we'll play the Ghost Quarter. Whoops, gotta pay a blue mana. So in general, there's a lot of things that could just get us here. You know, they could have Matter Reshaper off the top. They drew a card. Matter Reshaper triggers, and they get an Urza's Tower, which will give them Tron. So, unless they have complete blanks here, which is unlikely, we're in a pretty rough spot. We're not dead, but we're in a rough spot. Especially because our opponent is up on cards, up on mana, and we didn't have enough mana to... oh man, and they can even crack the Expo map here. Sure. So they know we have the Ghost Quarter. Sanctum of Ugin. That doesn't... that just doesn't sit well with me right now. Ulamog, Karn. Sanctum is any color. Does that be a creature? Yeah, colorful spell. So Karn right here. Alright, Ghost Quarter or Ghost Quarter. Yes, we'll get another island. Okay, alright, our opponent's not... Wow. Wow! Oh my gosh. So now we're not even dead to a Reality Smasher off the top. That was a crazy top deck. Mind Stone, sure. Crack the stone, I imagine. Yep. I mean, if they have completely dead cards, what is this? These generate 2 mana. This generates 3, so they have a lot of mana at their disposal here. Wow. Wow, we are alive somehow. Wow, Blessed Alliance is a great draw too. Yeah, it is. Let's go ahead and rev up Colonnade. We're just going to try to close out this game as fast as possible. We'll tick up, and we'll pass. Fact is, now we can gain 4 as well. We're putting on our opponent on a 2-turn clock. They got a lot of lands in hand. Like one Ulamog, one Karn, and we're in a pretty rough. I mean, Karn isn't even that scary anymore. Of course, Allah's Dust is pretty good, but looks like I'm gonna go ahead and cast something here. 5 Reality Smasher, sure. Let's see what they attack here, if they attack. Alright, we'll go ahead and Blessed Alliance that. Target opponent sacrifices an attacking creature. This is kind of how we drew it up, I mean, right? We don't want to... Alright, so rev up Colonnade. Do we want to leave back for anything for double Reality Smasher? I don't think so. Right, if we attack for 7, 8, 9... That leaves our opponent dead to 1 Colonnade attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, yeah. So we'll just play it safe. Let's go ahead and tick up here. And we'll pass. And the fact that we maybe were able to turn this game around is crazy in my opinion. Absolutely crazy. Oh my gosh. All right, we got game 1. Elspeth is a house. All right, Stony Silence, maybe. Ruined Halo, probably yes. Another Blessed Alliance, probably yes. Negate is interesting. We'll put it on the side here. And Click is a definite yes. Rest of the cards don't really do much, unfortunately. Alright, let's think what we want to cut here. Spell Snare is definitely getting cut. Just because it hits Mind Stone doesn't really do much for us. It can hit Chalice on 1 on turn 2, but it's not great, not great. Yeah, I don't think we want to bring in Negates. Yeah, Karn is bad for us, bad news, but I think in fact we want to cut Negate. I like our top end. Our top end is important. Click is definitely in. Blessed Alliance is definitely in. I like Ruined Halo naming Thought-Knot Seer. The only issue is when you sweep up a Thought-Knot Seer, you actually don't get to draw the card because it's target opponent. And the question is Stony Silence just too bad on the draw? That's a big argument on Stony Silence, is whether it's good enough on the draw against decks that have the turn 1. We did see Mind Stone as well. And we gotta imagine they have Oblivion Stone in there too somewhere. So I would bring that in. I kind of want to bring in Ruined Halo too, like name Thought-Knot Seer. Like it really shuts off their disruption early. The question is, what do we cut? Because there's a lot of things we could cut. I don't think we want to cut Paths to hedge against a a Chalice. We could cut 1 As Foretold and 1 Gideon of the Trials. Because what does Gideon really do here aside from shut off 1 Thought-Knot Seer? And Ruined Halo does that better in a sense. Whew. I also realized we could have probably Detention Sphered the The chalices. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's how we'll run it, though. I like keeping in Mana League just because when they don't have Cavern, it really counters all their stuff because they play on curve very often. Alright, let's take a look at our hand here. We have turn 1 Ancestral, we have Path and Verdict. So I say that's a keep, in my opinion. Doesn't have many of our hate cards, but we do have 2 Ghost Quarters. Sure, Relic. We're actually not a very graveyard-based deck, so Relic doesn't bother us too much. I think I actually want to fetch Shock here. Just in case I want to play Teleria West next turn. That way I can also keep a Path to Exile. Otherwise I'd have to play the Plains, and that would force us maybe to play off curve a little bit. Now, of course, they could just have natural Tron and we're completely screwed. Because Tron tends to do that a lot. No Chalice on one, though, so that's nice. Restore Balance, not the best card without As Foretold, but we'll go ahead and play Teleria West just to work towards Verdict mana. There was an argument to playing the Ghost Quarter, but I think Ghost Quartering ourselves on the draw on turn 2 is really loose. Really loosey-goosey. Alright, so they don't have it. They have just 3 mana here. Potential Reality Smasher. Or Matter Reshaper, excuse me. Chalice on 1. Okay. Alright, so there goes Path to Exile. We still got the Verdict in hand, though, which is going to be good. I think. Plains, not the ideal draw. We'd rather draw a blue mana, if we could. I think Eldrazi-Tron plays at least 2 wastes, so I'm not comfortable like going after their lands just yet. And we do want to set ourselves up for turn 4 Verdict if we have to. Of course, Thought-Knot Seer here would be pretty bad. We'll go ahead and take our Supreme Verdict. Damn, Chalice on 1. Gotta hate it. Got to hate it. They're probably seeing this Restore Balance and they're like, what the heck? Because they haven't seen As Foretold yet. However, As Foretold off the top, it wouldn't be the best because we discard, but hopefully we'll get to draw something spicy off of, no spice there. We will play it though, just because it's going to be the 3rd blue mana for Cryptic. And I don't want to suspend this right now, because I think if they play a Chalice on 0, I'm going to be very upset. However, we will get to resolve an Ancestral Vision next turn, and just another Verdict would be really strong. Really, really strong here. Alright, no land from our opponent, so that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and try to resolve this Ancestral. Draw. Fair amount of junk here, to be honest. Yeah. Alright, As Foretold is turn too late. So let's think what we want to do here. We can play As Foretold and keep up Mana Leak, but then we're taking a bunch of damage. So we could just go Jace minus and hope to have our opponent give us a Supreme Verdict. The only issue with that is if they go like Reality Smasher next turn. And then we can't Mana Leak it because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So yeah, we could go As Foretold plus, but then like how does that set us up to win is the issue. So I think Jace here is going to be our best play. Just get some card advantage off of it, and if they can't kill us next turn, they'll be forced to at least attack it. But yeah, Reality Smasher is, Reality Smasher gets us. Definitely 100%. You can't always be lucky. Cryptic? I'd definitely take Cryptic here. Yeah. Right, we played a land. Yep. So, next turn, if we get to Cryptic, then we can bounce the Chalice and have double path up. And it looks like we're not dead. So, that's good. And I imagine they'll send one of Jace, just because it's solid card advantage that they probably don't want to let be on the board. Yep. Let's see what our opponent wants to do here. Mattery Shaper, sure. Probably Relicus. Yep. Got it, buddy. Just don't play another Chalice on one. Alright. No more Chalice on one, so we're pretty set here to get them during combat. And of course, we're keeping up Cryptic in case they want to go Reality Smasher. Alright, so here's where we will do the thing. We will return target permanent to its owner's hand and draw a card. So we'll return Chalice to hand and draw a card. Hopefully our opponent doesn't have any interaction for that. I'm not sure what they could have. Alright, another Cryptic is great. Alright. And now, you can go ahead and Path to Exile number 1. And this will actually tell us how many wastes they have in their deck. Alright, Snap doesn't do much here, unless they want to tap out for something. See if they have another wastes in their deck. No more wastes, right? Yep, cool. Alright, so we just take 3 here. And if they opt to tap out for something, then Mattery Shaper, sure. Another Chalice on one. Okay. So this might be our only opportunity to... Oh, wait. We can't Snap Path anymore because Chalice on one. Stony Silence. Actually, not bad. Not bad at all. That's kind of perfect timing for Stony Silence, I would say. Perfect timing. Because now we will be forced to bounce to tap draw. So let's go ahead and get our land destruction out. Oh shoot, alright, yeah, I didn't miss it. Tap all creatures your opponents control, draw a card. And we can snap that next turn, which will be nice. Path to Exile, not the best draw, but we're fighting it here. We turned off Relic, we turned off Mind Stone, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Expedition maps off the top are turned off. We can start tech edging them soon. Chalice on 2 would be annoying. Walking Ballista. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Yep, you got it. Alright, so let's think here. We could Tech Edge them, and then we can... Oof, this is rough. Oh, gosh. I gotta go into the think tank here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we have to play the island here if we want to go snap Cryptic, which may have been a reason not to do that, but they can't pop it off, which is nice. So we could go snap Cryptic, bounce Chalice, draw a card, path the Matter Shaper, block the Walking Ballista. I think that's a good play. And if they want to do anything pre-combat, we have Mana Leak. Or actually, we have Snap Cryptic, excuse me. So we can Snap Cryptic, counter it, bounce Chalice. Kind of just barely surviving here, though. Yeah, I'm gonna let them attack. I'm gonna go ahead and go Snapcaster Mage. Target Cryptic Command. We'll go return target permanent to its owner's hand. Draw a card. So we'll return Chalice. Draw a card. Okay, now we'll try to go to blocks here. Question is, do we want to kill the the Matter Reshaper? Because the Walking Ballista is, yeah, they can't grow it either, right? Yeah, they can't grow it. So we might as well just block here. I mean, it'll give them card advantage, but it will stem the bleeding down the road. Yep, I think so. And we path them there. They don't have any more basics, so these Ghost Quarters, if we get a turn to just not have to use up all our mana. Ooh, Thought Knot's here. Oof. Yep. Like, we've just been forced to basically use up all our mana every turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential mana for Eldrazi's. Chalice on 1. Okay. Yep. Yep, another Thought Knot Seer, which we would have loved to Mana Leak, but unfortunately just didn't pan out that way this game. Not to say that we're dead by any means, but we have draws. We have a lot of dead draws, but we also have a lot of live draws. I mean, just an Elspeth off the top, a Gideon off the top could give us some breathing room here. All right, there goes Mana Leak. Come on, deck. Give me some love. And Elspeth it is. Okay, so let's think here. We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can double Ghost Quarter. We can take out one of their Urza's Towers and their Eldrazi Temple, set them back to 4 mana. And then you can just Elspeth. And I think we want to tick up. If we tick down, Elspeth dies to Walking Ballista. Yeah. And if they have all his dust, we're pretty screwed anyways. Let's go ahead and tick up here. We'll go ahead and go after one of the Urza's Towers. See, they did not find a land, right? Yep. Take out the Eldrazi Temple. We'll play the Seachrome Coast. And next turn we can Tech Edge still. Alright, it's a Buried Ruin. That gets back an artifact card. Sure. It's a 5th land. So Reality Smasher would be... Would it be game here? Yeah, Reality Smasher, we're dead, I think. Right, because we block 1 on Thought Knot. Yeah, that's a total of, I think, 5 any which way you do it. But, Alright, they go to combat, so... They're in a rough spot here. Like, do they attack with both, and then we kill the Walking Ballista and chump the Thought Knot? I mean... Alright, they could just be... They're attacking us. So we'll go ahead and block. We'll chump with one of them. I don't think they have anything that can, make trample damage or anything. So we'll just, of course, stem the bleeding. This is sacrifice, return an artifact card. They don't have an artifact in the graveyard right now, so I'm not too worried about that. Snapcaster Mage, not a great draw, as Path to Exile is basically the only card in our graveyard. I want to keep them off of mana as best as I can. They didn't float anything, so that's good. We'll go ahead and play As Foretold. Might as well. And kind of now we're just playing towards the Elspeth ultimate. Right? We could have ticked down, kill Thought Knot. I don't think we need to, though. I mean, I think we can easily just chump it. It's going to be very hard for our opponent to come back. They only have 4 mana. We have a serious mana advantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6, 7. 7 to 4 mana. How do they want to attack here? I think they're in a rough spot. I think Elspeth off the top was at 2 games in a row now. Alright, our opponent doesn't attack. So that's really good for us. Of course, drawing lands is not the best. But next turn we have lethal. We have 8 tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Sure. Do your worst, opponent. I think they have to attack it. They don't attack here. Interesting. Do we flash in Snapcaster Mage and alt Elspeth? If we ultimate Elspeth, right? If they have if they have 2 dismembers, let's think if they have 2 dismembers, they have to deal themselves 4 though. So we'll go ahead and flash in a Snapcaster Mage. Target path. Alright, so if we ult Elspeth here, we'll have 9 creatures. It's 27 damage. Yeah, I think we should just go for it here. Let's not give our opponent another turn. And we'll attack with everything. I don't think I punted. There's very few things that could get us here. Alright, we got our opponent. Whew, Elspeth off the top. That's Elspeth for ya. And also our Ghost Quarter and Tech Edges were really helpful in getting our opponent low on cards, on mana, excuse me. And then Stony Silence shut off Relic and Mindstone at the perfect opportunity. And we just grinded out the win. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. We're 2-0. Stay tuned for the 3rd round. See you soon.